Hey everybody, Reown the Rojko here. About to start looking over the new patch for Fire Emblem here. Just a little first impressions of what's going on, some reactions to what has changed since we've last seen an update. This is this is definitely a bigger patch, 6.0.0. It was announced quite a while ago. It looks like they're calling it the Binding Blade. So, new story and everything. Let's see what we got here. Let's jump right into it, though, yeah, because it's definitely going to be a long one. Hello, fans of Fire Emblem. We are happy to announce patch 6.0.0 Fire Emblem, also called the Binding Blade. Patch 6.00 will take players to the far-off continent of Alib. Here, they will join up with Roy to take on the powerful Kingdom Burn and its King Zephiel. Zephiel? 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 I think it's Zephiel. King Zephiel, who plans to bring dragons back to the continent that had back to a continent that had banished them. We have also moved Fire Emblem to a new engine, so you will probably notice a new look to the world. We hope you enjoy patch 6.0.0. Yeah, I remember talk about them trying to get a new engine, something a little more up to date. So that's kind of what we were expecting. I guess we'll see how that looks as we move on here. General changes. Okay, here's the big stuff. This is always the important stuff. So, leadership stat removed. Little unfortunate, but fine, I guess. It's kind of a neither here nor there. Build stat changed to Constitution or Con. Okay, so mild change in name. Constitution formulas. Infantry units. Constitution -1. I don't know what that means. Mounted units. Male 25 dash const. What? I feel like someone may have done something wrong there. Something doesn't. I don't know. I'm not understanding that right. 25. All infantry units have a constitution of 1. All mount units have constitution 25. All female units have. Something doesn't seem to have. Something's not clicking for me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Otherwise, I'd comment on it, but I'm just gonna have to skip it for now and come back maybe if I figure it out further down the page here. Attack speed calculation now uses Constitution instead of build to determine attack speed. I mean, yeah, I guess. Magic users now use the same attack speed formula as physical users. Speed minus weapon weight minus Constitution. If value is negative, it's taken as 0. Okay, fair. I guess that makes it a little easier to track attack speed now because it's all the same. Staves can no longer be double cast. That's really a huge nerf. I think, unless there's like significantly better staves to help compensate, that's a huge nerf. Real unfortunate, actually. Reaction property removed. Unfortunate, but they're toning this down a little bit. It looks like trying to, I don't know, slow the game down or maybe up the difficulty by not allowing players to abuse certain functions of the game that players would be able to abuse, but the AI might not have been as efficient at. I guess I don't know. A lot of this stuff a little unfortunate. Added aid stat used to determine the unit's ability to rescue allies. Units can no longer capture other units. That kind of sucks. I kind of like that feature. Carrying ally unit is now called rescue. Oh, you can still carry allied units? I wonder if that other one was supposed to say enemy units. Because it says here you can carry an allied unit is now called rescue. Units performing a rescue action have their skill and speed halved. Units no longer lose movement speed if they are carrying a unit with more than half their kit, the carrier's build. I'm guessing build is supposed to be con. I don't know, but so you can't capture enemy units, but you can still capture, or I guess they're calling rescue now, allied units. Oh, I mean, I guess. So yeah, I guess it looks like they are trying to just tone down some of the very abusable mechanics, so that the AI isn't at such a not that I mean the AI used a lot of capture mechanics though. I don't know. I guess they just didn't like it. Maybe it just wasn't working out the way they wanted it to, so they just decided to scrap it. I don't know. Stone status effect removed. Thank Christ. I fucking hated that one. That was torturous. Sleep no longer reduces strength, magic, speed, skill, and defense to 0. So it does. It just means you can't move. I'm guessing that's actually a lot better. Thank you. Um, it helps. It's big. It's a nice little buff to sleep. Although it's also a nerf because now when you sleep units, you don't get the defense and speed of 0, so it's harder to guarantee. Okay, it's a double-edged. It's just a double-bladed sword. It's both good and bad. Good for you when the enemies sleep you. Bad for you when you sleep the enemies and suddenly they don't have 0 defense. I guess. I guess. I don't want to complain, but I'm a little on that one. Added resistance stat. Used to reduce incoming magic damage. Okay, so magic is no longer used to determine how much you reduce magic damage by. There's just a full-on stat for that. Okay, that seems fair. It's kind of like the whole thing they did with Pokemon however long ago where they split special into special attack, special defense. That seems fair. I'm fine with that. That's okay. Attack formula reworked. Both physical and magical attacks now use the same formula. Strength slash magic plus weapon might plus weapon triangle bonus times effectiveness bonus plus support bonus. Okay, fine. Defense formula now uses the same for physical and magical. Defense slash resistance plus support bonus plus terrain bonuses. Damage formula reworked. Attack minus the enemy's defense times critical bonus. Fair. That's fine. It streamlines everything. I can respect that. That's quality of life more than anything. It does ever so slightly nerf magic, but I guess with the new res stat, maybe it's not such a nerf after all. We'll see. That's kind of something you got to play around with. It ultimately it streamlines everything, so it's ultimately a quality of life. I'll take it. I don't want to complain. Weapon triangle effects rescaled from +/-5 a hit and avoid to +/-10 hit and avoid and +/-1 damage. Okay. So a little easier to hit, a little easier to dodge when you're using the weapon triangle, and you do more damage and take less damage. That's pretty nice. Wait, do you take less or you just, well, you deal less. So yeah, that's huge. There's now using weapon triangle gives you a 20 hit/avoid swing and a 2 damage swing. That's a lot. That's pretty good, actually. Accuracy formula reworked to weapon hit plus skill times 2 plus luck divided by 2 plus support bonuses plus weapon triangle bonus. I don't actually remember what the other one is off the top of my head as I'm looking at this. I think this is better. I think I'd have to look up the other one to verify. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think this is better. Void formula reworked. Attack speed times 2 plus luck plus support bonus plus terrain bonus. All right, that's fine. That's fine. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's better, but it's pretty good. I don't mind that particular formula. It's very similar. It shouldn't change too much. Staff accuracy reworked. 30 plus magic minus enemy res times 6 plus skill minus distance from enemy. That's a mouthful. Okay, let's try and plug in some things so I can understand this. So let's say your magic is 10 and the enemy resistance is 5. So it takes that into account, which is 5 times 6 is 30. And then it adds 30 and 30 is 60 plus skill, which we'll argue is 15, I guess. Why not? So 75 minus distance from enemy. So if that's like a flat number, it'd be 10, it'd be 65. I mean, I guess that works. It's pretty accurate, especially if you're 10 distance away with the plug-in numbers I did. It worked out pretty well. That's not bad. Seems okay. Although it means the enemy can abuse it too, so the enemy's going to be hitting you with a lot of these saves. I don't know. I think it works. I think the formula's fine. We'll see how it feels when the enemy keeps smacking you with stabs. Battle accuracy, max hit from 99 to 100, and a minimum from 100 to 0. So you can now 100% guarantee a hit, and you can now 100% guarantee a miss. Seems fine. Seems fair, I guess. I mean, how many people have honestly not treated a 99 as a 100? But that's fine. So now you can actually guarantee hits. That's pretty cool if you can get that high. Shouldn't be hopefully too hard. It might be possible though. Should be pretty possible, I would think. The zero is kind of nice, I guess, because now you can, under incredible circumstances, guarantee that an enemy just physically cannot hit you no matter what. That's kind of cool, I guess. Although technically you could also guarantee a miss. Seems fine. I don't think it's a big. I don't think it's a huge change. I like it. It's another quality of life more than anything. Critical rate formula reworked to weapon critical plus skill divided by 2 plus support bonuses plus crit bonuses. Critical bonus. What's a critical bonus? Is it like skills, I guess? If your skill has a crit, I guess. So weapons crit, skill divided. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think. I mean, a lot of these formulas, I wouldn't really know exactly if it's good or bad until I see it in action, but it seems fine. Critical evade formula reworked to luck plus support bonuses. That's very straightforward. If your luck is high, you can avoid crits. Fine. I mean, I guess supports help too, but yeah, it's fine. Easy to remember. Battle critical rate formula reworked to crit rate minus enemy's critical evade. Okay, fair enough. Critical hit damage multiplier increased from ×2 to times. Holy shit. Dude, if you crit people, you crush them now. I think you can one-shot all sorts of people with that. Holy fuck. ×3. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage if you crit. Crits are really dangerous now. And a lot of people are probably it's gonna take them like a couple of crits to really kind of remember and figure that out. They're just gonna be sitting there like, oh yeah, it's just ×2. Oh shit, how did I die? That's gonna be a little bit of a change to overcome, but it's not good or bad. It's just gonna be really weird, and now your attacks do a lot of damage. Curse backfire rate now has a minimum 1% chance. Unfortunate. You can't reduce curse backfire to 0 and make the Devil Axe just functionally a really inaccurate Iron Axe. Well, that's a lot stronger than Iron Axe, but an inaccurate like Silver Axe, I guess. Even stronger than that, really, but whatever. Stealing no longer requires a higher speed stat than the target. You can now only steal items. I guess if you can only steal items, I suppose the no longer requiring the higher speed stat helps. Stealing items is fine, but it sucks you can't steal weapons anymore. I like stealing weapons. I like taking what the enemies think is theirs and making it mine. Added S to weapon ranks. Maximum weapon rank for unpromoted units is A. Okay, so there's a new weapon rank. It's just S now, so it goes a little bit higher. Fine, I guess. They do that. They can let them do them. Fatigue system removed. I don't know how I feel about that. A lot of people I remember hearing didn't like the fatigue system. I didn't mind it. I don't think it was I don't think it was a fantastic system by any means, but I thought it was kind of nice because it forced you to kind of mix up your army. You couldn't just pick a team of all-stars and just have them crush every map. The fatigue system forced you to kind of use a little bit of everybody. So was it a great system? No, but I liked the idea behind it and what it forced you to do, so I don't particularly like that it's gone. But whatever, I guess all-star teams are back. You can just pick your top 10 favorite units and just steamroll the game with them. Skills removed. That, what? Why? Why? We don't have skills anymore? Or are they doing the well no it didn't no because the next one's rework experience. What's next? Real quick. This goes right to items. Oh no. So they removed skills, and they weren't even nice enough to put the old guidance skills back in where they were attached to the items. Or was that? Hold on, I might be thinking of the wrong one. Was it Gaiden? It was Gaiden, right? That had skills attached to the weapons. Pretty sure it was Gaiden. Unfortunate though, and I don't see anything about them coming back. That kind of sucks. I liked skills; those were really fun. Reworked experience system. Old. Experience from combat. 31 minus level divided by class power. Experience from defeating an enemy. Enemy's class power time. Oh my god, this is... Okay, let's just go to the new ones here. Oh my god. So it's really quick. Experience from... Wait, doing damage. Is that the same as the from combat one that it used to be? So it'd be the 30, yeah, it looks like it. So 31 now pluses adds the enemy level plus enemy's class bonus A. Then what the fuck is all this? All right, someone who has more time, energy, and willpower than me can go through and read all of this. There's what power class, 1 for childs, civilians, transporter, 2 for soldiers. What is this stuff? Like, I kind of understand the basics of it, but I'm not going to do some math. I'm not doing the math. There's way too much here to do all the math. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's worse. There is a new XP system. Actually, I got the experience from doing no damage once. So you're now guaranteed 1 XP from just being in a battle. So I guess there's that. But no, I'm not going to go through and decide which XP system was better. That's they don't pay me enough to do that. Okay, items. All scrolls removed. Okay, so yeah, that probably goes along with all the skills. Remove the empty tome, remove broken staff, removed night proof, S drink, bridge key. Okay, so just a lot of this stuff. So like the scrolls make sense. Obviously, they took the skills away. The tome and the broken staff, the night proof. I guess they just don't need those anymore. The S drink, obviously, the fatigue system's gone. The bridge key, I guess, just didn't need that anymore. Or, wait, scrolls. Oh, no, wait. Added angelic robe. Oh, the scrolls are just changed, too. That's all. So the scrolls are new. These new... What are these? Angelic robe, permanently increased HP. Okay, so the scrolls were just reworked a little bit. Do these work like the scrolls? Can you swap them around? Do you have to use them? I think... I don't know. These are basically just the scrolls, though. Permanently increases movement by 2. Yeah. Body ring. Permanently increases constitution. Added Hero's Crest. Promotes level 10 mercenaries, myrmidons, pirates, brigands, and fighters. Added Knight's Crest. Promotes level 10 knights. Okay. So they broke down promotion. Promotion's now strictly on... You have to have like certain items now. So like Hero's Crest. Wait, I thought mercenaries were promoted. Pirates. That's a new class. It sounds like. Fighters. So your bow and axe fighters get promoted from that. Knights and cavaliers. Fine, I guess. Orion's Bolt apparently also promotes Knights and Cavaliers. Someone didn't... I don't know what that's supposed to... That seems weird, that they have 2. I'm guessing that one of these... I'm guessing the Orion's Bolt is probably the one that they screwed up on. Elysian Whip promotes level 10 Wyvern Riders and Pegasus Knights. The fuck? So Wyvern Rider must be a new class, I guess. I thought Pegasus Knights were promoted, though. I guess maybe they changed it. Added Guiding Ring. Shamans, that's a new class. I don't remember them. Mages, Priests, and Troubadours. Wait, Troubadours use Guiding Ring? Not the Knight's Crest? I mean, I guess. Fine, whatever. Seems like they'd probably want the Troubadours under the Knight's Crest just because there's only 2 classes under here. There's 4 with the troubadours. You're gonna need a lot of guiding rings in theory. Sells for 3,000. Sells for okay. These are just functionally money then. Looks like they're just functionally money. Added silver card reduces shop and armory prices by half while in a unit's inventory. Ooh, nice. That's kind of cool. Pick up your silver card and you get to get half off. I like that. Added Delphi shield nullifies flyer's weakness to arrows. Nice. So you can make your flyers basically indestructible. Well, not indestructible, but you know, suddenly they don't really have any weaknesses. Weakness to arrows, I guess. Worm slayers, you can still hit them, but regardless. Really good item. I want this one already. Added Fire Dragonstone. Sells for 3,000 gold. Added Divine Dragonstone. Sells for 3,000 gold. So, wait, there's just more cash, but two... Okay, I guess that's the thing. Added Elixir. Fully restores the unit's HP. Cool. Vulnerable. HP restoration reduced to 10 HP. Cost reduced from 6 to 300. Fine. Holy Water. Renamed Pure Water. Cost reduced by 100. Okay, fine. I like that. Torch light radius reduced from plus 10 to plus 4. Okay, that's a huge nerf to the torch. But I guess it makes Fog of War a little bit more perilous. That must be what they're going for, I assume. Antidote renamed Antitoxin. Fine, whatever. Cost reduced to really affordable. Like, insanely affordable. Holy shit, it's under 1/3 of its normal cost. Very affordable if you need antitoxins or antidotes or whatever there are. Classes. Removed Thief Fighter. Removed Free Knight. Holy fuck, we're losing a lot of classes. We lost a lot of classes here. So, Thief Fighter is gone. So all your thieves promote to dancers now? You can have a lot of dancers that way. That seems broken. Removed Free Knight and removed the Ranger. Unfortunate. Removed Axe Knight. Removed Great Knight. Lance Knight. We lost all of our knights except for the calves. Removed Sister. So there's just the Bard now. Moved Mage Knight, so you can't have a mounted mage anymore. Kind of unfortunate. Male/female movement stat no longer dimorphic. Other stats remain dimorphic. All other units of a class now share a unified base movement. Seems fine. Seems fair. It does mean that no longer do you have the problem of like, oh, you know, some guy is better than some other guy just because he happened to be male, so he got the extra move speed. Or female in some cases, but you know, that's fine. It also means it's easier to keep track because everything's going to be more unified. I like that. That's fine. I'll take it. All unpromoted infantry classes now have a base movement of 5, except Knight class. Okay, except for the Knight class, whatever. All promoted infantry classes now have a base movement. Or no, promoted. I'm promoted. All promoted infantry classes now have a base movement of 6, except the general class. It's not specifying what their movement is, but fine. All unpromoted mounted units now have a base movement of 7. All promoted mounted units now have a base movement of 8. Fine. Everything's unified again, like they were saying. Good enough. Thief class no longer promotes. Oh, so you can't get dancers. So what, there's no dancers anymore? They just removed... They didn't say they removed any of the dancer classes. Well, the class, I guess, but... So how do you get a dancer? Is it just like independent class now? Swordmaster now has plus 30 critical hit. That's really nice. That's a lot of crit. Swordmaster seems pretty good with that. Mercenary is now an unpromoted class and promotes to hero. Added hero infantry unit promotes from mercenary, uses swords and axes. Okay. All right, so that's what it was talking about before. We were saying mercenary is one of the promotable classes, so it just that's cool. Fine, fine. So they just changed that up a little bit. Renamed armor, axe, sword, lance, bow to knight. Oh, that's for the knight. So all your armor classes are not just knight. They're all one class, knight. The class has been reworked. Now uses lances only and movement reduced by 1. So wait, so all of them had base 5. So these guys have base 4. Wow, these guys are slower than shit. They can barely move. Axe Fighter renamed Fighter and now promotes to Warrior instead of Mercenary. Seems fair, I guess. Brigand now promotes to Berserker. Fine. What the hell? Berserker added Berserker. Okay, so it's a new class. So the fighter classes now do Warrior. The Brigand now does this new class. Added Pirate, infantry unit, promotes to Berserker, uses axes. Okay, fine, fine. And the new Berserker class, infantry unit, promotes from Brigand / Pirate, uses axes, plus 30 crit. So like the Swordmaster. Berserker sounds pretty good. I kind of like that. Berserker seems pretty decent. Bow Fighter, renamed to Archer. Okay. Arch Knight, renamed to Nomad. Fair. Bow Knight, renamed to Nomad Trooper, now uses swords and bows. Oh, so that's where our Free Knights and have gone. They just combined the Arch Knight and the Bow Knight into, or not the Arch Knight. They've combined the Free Knight and the Arch Knight kind of into like one unified class that just uses swords and bows. I like how it's lowercase here and capitalized here. Just noticed that. Paladin now uses sword, lances, and axes. Okay, so full weapon triangle control for the Paladin. That seems really good. Pegasus Rider, renamed Pegasus Knight, can now only use lances. Okay, so that's where they're getting the knight thing. Pegasus Knight, renamed Falco Knight. Okay, so that's why that was confusing. They changed. I don't know why they had to do that. Why couldn't they just leave it? Well, I guess if they want to do, why couldn't do Falco Knight and Pegasus? I don't know. They do that. Whatever. It's going to be awkward for a lot of us as we try and convert from remembering that Pegasus Knight is no longer a promoted unit, but whatever. Dragon Rider renamed Wyvern Knight. Okay, so that's why they just changed that around, I guess. Now use only lances. So same treatment as the Pegasus Knight, or yeah, the Pegasus. Well, now it's the Pegasus Knight, but what do we got? Dragon Knight renamed Wyvern Lord. That's a pretty cool name. Cool. Other than that, it looks, I guess, the same treatment they did. So they get swords when they promote now, I guess. Fine. Priest can now only use staves. So that's a huge nerf. Well, maybe not a huge nerf, but that's definitely a nerf. Because they can't fight now. They can only use staves, which is fine. I mean, staff bots were pretty much the only thing you used priest for, but they can't, sneak an attack in there every now and then if you are desperate to try and get a kill or just to chip somebody a little bit. So a little bit of a nerf, but not like the end of the world, but a little bit of a nerf. High Priest renamed Bishop. Sure, why not? Troubadour now promotes to Valkyrie. Only uses staves. Okay, so that doesn't really solve the issue of why Troubadour didn't use the Knight's Crest, but I guess they're only staff bots as well. It's fine. Troubadour's still pretty decent. Staffs are very powerful, so nothing particularly wrong with that other than it loses the ability to defend itself. Not that you really needed it to, but it just can't now. Added Valkyrie. Mounted unit promotes from Troubadour, uses staves and anima magic. The fuck is anima magic? Did I miss something up here? These are the formulas that were reworked. Sleep staff, stone. The age stat, whatever that is. Constitution formulas. No, it wasn't anything under general. What? Oops. Spoilers. Spoilers. Let's go back up. So yeah, what the fuck is anima magic? I guess we'll find out, hopefully. Mage now promotes to Sage. Okay, so I guess fine. Sage can no longer use light magic, so bit of a nerf there. Sage, wait, so it uses fire, yeah, fire, wind, thunder, and staff. I mean, I guess why not nerf it a little bit? Magic is kind of powerful, so nerfing the magic classes kind of helps. Bring them into line a bit. Leptirian Mage renamed to Shaman. Now uses dark magic. Or no, wait, now only uses dark magic. Oh, that's a big nerf. But fine, I guess. Yeah, like I just said, they're definitely nerfing the magic users here. They're trying to bring them back into line here. Dark Mage renamed to Druid, now uses dark magic and saves. Oh yeah, they are very much nerfing the magic classes. They don't want this shit as overpowered as it was before, so that's fine. Nerfs to magic is probably for the best. I don't like it because it means I don't get to abuse it, but it was overpowered, so that's what you gotta do. Bard, class reworked, now acts like a dancer, allowing one ally to take another turn. Okay, so acts like a dancer. So the dancer was removed, and now we have Bard instead, I guess. Sure, why not? It's fine. I guess we do have our dancer. It's just now our dancer plays an instrument. Same thing though, so it's fine. We do have our I don't know what we'd call it, like a refresher unit. Sure, let's call it that. Our refresher unit is still in the game. It's just now we don't have dancers, we have bards instead. Added Manakite. Oh, the Manakites are back. It's been a while. Here we go. Infantry unit transforms into dragons, uses dragon stones to fight, cannot equip weapons, magic, or staves. So that's for the dragon. Yep, we saw the dragon stones. I didn't really think anything of it. I don't know why. I just saw Dragonstone. I'm like, oh yeah, Dragonstones, whatever. But they brought Manakites back. It is they're here. This is it. We've been waiting for this. It's been 2 games or 2 patches, 2 series, however you want to phrase that. It's been a long time since we've had Manakites, so it's gonna be fun to have them back. Added Transporter. Unique unit, allows storage and retrieval of items from the convoy on the battlefield. Can be killed, removing the ability to store excess items for the remainder of the map, but returns at the beginning of each map. Allows storage and retrieval of items from the convoy on the battlefield. That part's understandable, and I kind of like it. Can be killed, removing the ability to store excess items for the remainder of the map, but returns at the beginning of each map. So it's a unit. It exists as a physical presence on the battlefield, and it can be killed by the enemy, but it returns at the beginning of each map. So it's just a special little unit that I guess doesn't really truly die. It just, if you are careless with it, you lose the ability to gain access to your convoy during the map. That's interesting. I'll give him points. That's an interesting little take on it. That's fine. It's cool, I guess. Okay, here we go into the weapons. Swords. Remove short sword. Removed elite. Holy fuck. Elite sword, long sword, great sword, king sword, thunder sword, fire sword, wind sword, master sword, sleep. Oh my god. Berserker. Earth. Darkness. That one's actually Bayo. Yeah. Holy black. Oh my god. Oh my god. We lost so many swords. What do we even have left? besides the slim sword and the iron sword, I guess. So any changes? Okay, the cost was reduced substantially. Holy fuck. Lost a tiny little itty bitty bit of hit. But for that cost reduction, that's pretty nice. Slim Sword's still not particularly useful, but it's kind of nice, especially at that price. Weight and might were reduced, but its hit was drastically increased. Few extra uses. Cost drastically reduced again. I like that. Iron swords are exceptionally for the wait. Oh no, this one went up in price. Okay, I was gonna say if they all went down in price, like fuck, they're gonna have to take away a lot of the money they used to be giving people. Rank. Oh, this one actually just dropped rank. Look at that, C to E. So you get rapier really early. Now, the weight was increased, the might was increased, the hit increased. Everything about the rapier was just kind of improved more or less. The cost went up to compensate. Lord and Master Lord only. Effective versus armor. Okay, wait. Oh, that's why rapier is now a unique item, or what do you call it? Well, it's not really personal, but it's kind of like a personal item because only Lord and Master Lord classes can use it. Still, looks like a pretty decent weapon. Looks all right. Added Al's sword. Good for Al. He got his sword in the game. It's rank D, range 177, 75. So a little bit stronger, a little bit less accurate iron sword, basically. Kind of. Poison sword is now D rank. Better hit. Poisons on contact. But it doesn't change the iron sword. Oh, you can't steal them. That's right, you can't steal weapons anymore, so... I guess if you can get a poison sword, you can poison the enemy for... You know, you can do that if you can find a poison sword now. Steel sword was cut in half here, it looks like. Weight was reduced, might reduced, hit increased, price. Yeah, a lot of the price is just. I think they've really reworked the economy, and I don't know exactly how because they didn't really explain economy reworks. But everything's a lot cheaper, generally speaking. Iron Blade, weight reduced, might reduced, hit increased. Still looks kind of bad. Still looks kind of bad. Armor Killer renamed Armor Slayer. Might reduced. Weight reduced. Hit increased. That's kind of nice. Needed that. Usage drastically reduced. But the cost also. Seems fine. The less might, but the extra hit is... It's a pretty fair trade-off. 25 hit for 2 might. That's pretty reasonable. The usage dropping by 12 kind of sucks because it'll break a lot faster now. Oh, but look at that. I didn't notice that. I went right over the fact that it dropped 2 ranks, so you can use Armor Slayer really early. Okay, I like that. This is probably for the best. This is probably a buff overall, even though it lost the 2 might. Added Wodao, Wodeo, Wodao, 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 Wodeo, Wodao. Added this sword. Weight of 5, so it's really lightweight with a 8 might. Jeez. 75 hit, 40 crit. Wow, that thing's gonna crit constantly. Myrmidon and Swordmaster only. Okay, so it's another restricted weapon. But 40 crit. And crits do ×3. I didn't even think of that till just now. This thing seems really good, actually. With a base 40 crit and crits doing ×3 damage, this seems really good. Added Steel Blade. 14 weight, 11 might, 60 hit. Seems a little iffy. 14 is really heavy. 14 is like insanely heavy. This does not seem that good. Maybe there's an excuse to use it somewhere, but I can't think of one. This just seems kind of bad. Kill Sword, renamed Killing Edge. Other than that, it is. Oh, it's not the same. The use has changed. I was gonna say, other than that, it's exactly the same. But no, it's got 10 less uses. Got a lot cheaper though. Standard from what we've been seeing here. Added Worm Slayer. Rank C. Range 1. Very lightweight. Very high might. 10 might's pretty good. 70 hits seems pretty good. 15 uses, so it's going to break really fast. Effective against dragons and wyverns. Okay, that seems fine. I kind of like that. It gives you some options against Manichites, I guess. 5 weight's really good. Means you're not really going to slow yourself down. 10 might's pretty damn solid. I don't think there's anything to complain about in a 10 might. It's fine. 70 hit, yeah, nothing wrong with it. Its biggest flaw is its 15 uses, but it looks good other than that. I mean, even 15's fine, just could be better. Added Light Brand. 1-2, holy shit, they gave swords 1-2 range. 1-2 range, weight 9, might 9, hit of 70, 25 uses, that's pretty reasonable. When used from 2 spaces away, always does 10 damage. I guess if you're fighting something where you can't do 10 damage, you can back up a little bit and guarantee you're doing 10 damage. Seems okay, I guess. Assuming your unit's fast enough, you can... Or if you have... Well, no, they took skills away, so you can't have pursuit. But if you can get 2 attacks in, it's 20 damage. Probably not going to get a whole lot of kills with 20 damage. But at the very least, I guess the sword unit can now defend himself from 2 range. So I don't hate it. It seems like it could be... It seems like it's alright. Added Lance Reaver, 9, 80. A little bit of crit there. 15 uses again. Always that really hurts. But reverses weapon triangle. Interesting. That's kind of fun. So you can use this against lances and it'll be effective against them. Or not effective, but it'll get the weapon triangle bonus against lances, but it loses the weapon triangle against axes. I think that's alright. I think that's a pretty unique thing. I kind of like that. Hero Sword, renamed Brave Sword. Weight was dropped, might was dropped, hit was increased just a tiny bit there. Uses reduced substantially. It actually has a gold cost now, and still the same effect. So, bit of a nerf overall, just because that is a huge, 6 might. That's 12 damage, because it's guaranteeing 2 hits. So, you lost 12 damage from this thing. Although it did get a little bit lighter, which is kind of nice. The lot less uses though, another big nerf too. Actually, it got 2 big nerfs in that it breaks easier and it has 6 less might. Big nerfs, but still seems good. Still seems usable. Still seems worth it. Just not nearly as good as it used to be. Silver Sword. Oh, its rank changed. It's now A rank. And it's weaker. So they made it weaker and bumped it up a rank. Yeah, I guess if they didn't want you to use a Silver Sword, that's one way to do it. Added Silver Blade. Also A rank. Weight a shit ton. Might pretty decent, although it's only 1 more might than a Silver Sword. For 5 more weight, for 20 less hit. This is garbage. Why would you ever use the Silver Blade? The only reason I could ever see to use it is if you were somehow fast enough to get around that 13 weight, and you were somehow in that same scenario 2 damage off from killing something with a silver sword. Then you would swap to the silver blade, but you're taking a 20 hit penalty. This just does not seem good at all. It shouldn't have been added. This is garbage. Don't use the silver blade. Added rune sword. Another 1-2 range. Look at that. Wait. It's a little on the heavy-ish side. But seems fine, I guess. It is giving you 1-2 range, so I suppose the weight's a little bit merited. But it's still a little heavy. 12 might. 60 hit. 15, it's kind of... Drains HP from the target. Counts as dark magic. That is spicy. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. The hit looks a little low. But the fact that you can drain HP, that's really good. 15 uses, breaks breathing. This thing seems like one of those things where it looks really good on paper, but as you start to compare the rest of its stats, its stats just aren't good. So the combination of having mediocre stats and an insanely good effect come out to, it's a perfectly balanced item, I guess. You know, Thanos got in here and created a weapon for us. The rune sword. It seems fine. I don't think there's any reason to not use it. I'd just be careful with it. Added Durandal. Added Duran. Rank S. Range 1, 7. Yep. Okay, this looks insanely... Look, hold on. Where's that silver blade? Yeah, here's the silver blade. Silver blade weighs 13, weighs more than this, has less might, substantially less hit, and less uses. This thing is 5 strength? Holy fuck. So this is functionally a 22 might sword. And it's effective against dragons. This thing is fucking nuts. So that's why that's why they added S rank. So S rank gets like super weapons. This thing is nuts. This thing's insane. I want this like right now. Added Ikenus Atches? What the fuck is this word? Ekes Ach. Ekekesach? What? That word, whatever the hell it is. Rank dash. Range 1 to 2. 15, 15, 9, 95. Zephiel only. Zephiel. That guy only. So the big boss guy gets this sword. That's pretty nuts, though. It's a pretty good sword. He got a good sword. Added the binding blade. Hey, wasn't that the name? Yeah, that was the name of this patch. So it's also 1-2 range. Let's compare them here. So we got 1-2, 1-2. Weighs a lot less. Has more might. Has more hit. Has more crit. Has less uses. Lord/Master Lord only. +5 defense and res. Effective against dragons and demon dragons. Apparently there's a difference there, which I guess makes it. Can be used to recover 30 HP. Zephiel, you might have an infinitely usable sword, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to give the win here to the binding blade. This thing is fucking nuts. This thing's really good. 20 uses though. It's very limited. It's, well, not 20's a little low, but I wouldn't say it's like really limited. Not when we've seen ones that have like 15 uses, but you gotta be a little careful with this. You could burn through that very quickly if you're not careful. Lances. Remove short lance, long lance, great lance, master lance, dragon lance, hero lance, and the broken lance. Fine. Slim lance. Weight reduced. Hit reduced. Uses up. Yeah, the cost is the same as what they've all been kind of doing. The cost is getting reduced all around the board. Weight reduced, uses up a little bit. Seems fine. Javelin. Got a little bit better in the sense that its hit went up by 5 and it's now E rank. So Javelin's a little bit better, a little nicer. Poison Lance. So weight down. Hit. Holy shit, it has no hit now. Uses went up a little bit, I guess. Okay, Poison Lance seems really bad. I don't even want to try and pretend to steal one. But you can't steal them anymore anyway, so who fucking cares? I don't even want a Poison Lance. Seems like garbage. 55 hits. Seems really bad. Steel Lance. Weight was reduced, but so was its hit. Although it's got 6 more might than a Poison Lance for the same hit, although a lot more weight. Steel Lance is a little... I'm a little iffy on that. It doesn't look particularly good. I guess we'll see, but it doesn't look really good. Night Killer renamed Horse Slayer. Okay. Effective versus horses. Might was reduced. Hit was increased, though. 16 uses. Damn. They don't want you... Oh, just like the armor killer, though. It... Okay, so it's a lot... You can use it a lot earlier, which I guess you can argue merits those slight loss of uses because it's easier for people to use it. Very good hit, though. Well, I wouldn't say very good, but it's a pretty good hit. This seems pretty good. Added Gantz Lance. Weight D, weight 10, might 9. 65. So it's actually rather comparable to the Steel Lance, but it's got better hit for 1 less might and 3 less weight. This seems okay. This seems like it's pretty decent. Nothing to really complain about. Seems okay. Killer Lance. Now it's C rank. That's nice. Weight was reduced. Might was reduced. Hit was reduced. Okay, so everything about it was just nerfed. Which I guess is what you can expect when you drop it a rank. So it's more easily accessible to Lance users, but it's a little bit worse as a result. A lot cheaper, though. It's a lot cheaper. Kind of like that. Kind of like it. Seems okay. Seems like I like the changes. Seems pretty decent. Added Axe Reaver. Reverse. Okay, so this is the Lance Reaver, but for lances. Yeah, it looks fine. Kind of like the other one. Looks pretty good. The reverse weapon triangle, I think, is the big draw here. The ability to give someone who would otherwise be at a disadvantage the advantage is pretty nice. Added Brave Lance. Rank B, rank 1. Looks pretty good. Oh, there it is. Allows 2 consecutive. Okay, so like the Brave Sword, or the Hero Sword, or whatever. No, it's called Brave Sword now to make. Oh, so the Hero Sword from before, the Brave Lance, or the Brave. Shit. Okay, the Brave Lance is the counterpart to the Brave Sword, which used to be called the Hero Sword. That's how you phrase that. Okay, this seems fine. It's a little heavy, but it does guarantee 2 hits. So, well, it doesn't guarantee, I guess, because hits 7. It lets you attack twice. So I guess that kind of sort of makes up for the weight, but it looks a little heavy. Could be good, though. Should be good. Added Spear. Rank B, range 1 to 2. 10, 10, 6, a little bit of crit aiming on there. This seems pretty good. I like this. I'll pick up a spear if given the chance. Silver Lance. Now A, so just like the Silver Sword, it was moved up a rank. And its might was reduced, and its hit was reduced. So they're just discouraging a little bit the use of silver lances, I guess. Or the use of silver weapons, I should say. It doesn't seem bad. It's a little bit worse than what it used to be. And you have to be at a higher rank to use it, which actually, the rank alone seems like you wouldn't have to touch the rest of this, but they nerfed the rest of it anyways. I don't think it's bad, but it took a really big hit. Those nerfs, all that added together kind of sucks. Added the Maltet. The Maltet. S rank. Oh, okay, here's another one of the super weapons. Range 1, weight 11, might 16, hit 80, uses 20, plus 5 skill. Oh, man, I was hoping it would say plus 5 strength again. So, did they change skill? I don't think they changed skill, did they? So that's functionally 10. So this is functionally 90 hit then, if I'm doing the math right. So 16 might, 90 hit. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. I would be using the hell out of that shit. Except for the fact that it's got 20 uses. Fight diverse dragons and wyverns. I like these super weapons. These seem pretty good so far. Remove Battle Axe, remove Master Axe, remove Pooji, and remove Broken Axe. Puggy? Puggy? Poogie? I don't know. I've heard it pronounced like 3 different ways. So pronounce it however you want to pronounce it. Pug-I, Pug-G. Iron Axe. Little bit of a nerf. Well, actually, no. It took one less might for 15 uses. That's a really fair trade-off, actually, when nothing else changed. Still relatively inaccurate, it looks like, though. Didn't fix that. The hand axe, though, they buffed might and the hit. The hand axe got a teensy bit better there. And it dropped rank. Hand axe got a lot better. So that's kind of cool. Still looks a little shaky, though. 50 hit seems low. It's a little bit better than it used to be. It's okay. The drop in rank, it actually makes it a lot better than it used to be. But 5 or 50 hit just, it still doesn't look like it's going to hit much. Still looks a little inaccurate. Just a little bit. If you're getting weapon advantage, it's probably a bit better. Especially with the new plus 10 as opposed to plus 5. So against a lance, this is functionally 60 hit. That's a little bit better, but I don't know. It got a big buff. I just don't know if it's a big enough buff. It still seems like it's kind of iffy. You probably want to generally stick with the Iron Axe, unless you have to be using 1-2 range. Devil Axe, weight was reduced, the might was reduced, the hit was increased, although still kind of garbage. Cost was reduced a little bit to compensate for some of that, and it's still cursed, and you can't overcome the curse effect. You can't ever get it down to 0, so you're always going to roll at least a tiny % chance to hit yourself. Devil Axe just doesn't seem good. Doesn't seem good at all. I just don't like it. I don't like the whole curse thing, regardless of whether you get it down to 0 or 1. If you get it down to 0, I'd probably be a little bit more willing to use it, but it's just very, very inaccurate. Steel Axe, slight might debuff, slight use buff, giant cost decrease. Oh, a hit was nerfed too. I just noticed that. This seems garbage. I don't think I'd ever touch a Steel Axe. Not unless I really needed to. This seems really bad overall. It's really heavy. It's really inaccurate. I think I would just avoid this like the plague. Unless I literally had no other option. Poison Axe. Might was reduced. Hit reduced into the toilet. Okay, Poison Axe is garbage. I don't even care that I can't steal it anymore. They can keep it for all I care. Hell, if they were selling it at the shop, I still wouldn't buy it. This is trash. Don't touch it. Hammer. reduced in rank, which is good. Weight reduced, nice. Might reduced, unfortunate. Hit reduced, very bad. Hammer is in kind of an awkward spot here because the reduction in rank is good. It means more units will have access to it. It'll be easier to have more people swing with it. But you're going to need to have more people swing with it because it's not going to hit anything. And it's a lot weaker. This is unfortunate. The effectiveness is nice. At least it still retained that, but this is it kept its 20 uses though, as opposed to all the other effective weapons which were dropped to like 15 or whatever it was. I just don't know. Alright, Poleaxe renamed Halberd. Also reduced to D rank. Weight was dropped. Might was drastically dropped. Hit was dropped a little bit. Uses dropped. Still effective. I'm in the same ball. The Poleaxe and the hammer, I'm in the same ballpark. I'm just it's there. It does its job, but I'd be careful with it. You're probably gonna whiff every. This one's a little bit better. The 55 hits a lot better than 45, and it has more might actually. This is a lot. The Poleaxe is actually a lot better. Or wait, no, halberd now as it's called. The halberd is a lot better than the hammer. It's a lot better than the hammer, actually. Like, a lot better. And they only charge you 10 more gold for it. Yeah, it's better than the hammer. So only the hammer's only going to be used if you need to hit an armor unit. Whereas the halberd, you could make an argument every now and then where you just use it for the might and hit something that's not a horse. It seems okay. Sword Reaver, okay, so just like before versus Weapon Triangle. Other than that, it's got very similar stats. The 60 is a little misleading because chances are you're not going to use this unless it's against a sword, which means it has 70 hit, which is actually really good. Well, I wouldn't say really good, but it's good. So using this against this is pretty decent. I don't think there's anything terribly wrong with this. This seems fine. Killer Axe remained at C rank. Weight was increased. Might was decreased. Hit was decreased. I mean, it's a killer axe. It does its job. The crits are now really dangerous, so the might and the hit are probably fair nerfs to make up for the ×3 crit damage. Same with the weight. It's fine. It's it's fine. You can use a killer axe. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this. I think it's perfectly fine. Hero Axe renamed Brave Axe. Okay, yeah, so matches with the other brave weapons then. Rank was increased to B, so huge nerf. Weight was increased to 16, huge nerf. Might decreased, huge nerf. Hit decreased significantly, huge nerf. Nerfed all across the board. Everything about this was nerfed. It has the 2 consecutive hits going for it, but it weighs 16. This is so awkward. You would have to be a unit with a really huge build and be really slow. Not like really slow, because otherwise you're gonna get the follow-up. The enemy with the follow-up attack. So I don't know. Like I'm not gonna say it's useless. There's definitely a time and place for it, but it doesn't look particularly good. Not like the Brave Sword or that Brave Lance looked pretty good. This looks just kind of like there's a time and place for it, but I wouldn't make. I'm not gonna say this is my weapon of the game by any means. This is just kind of a little below average, I would say. All right, Silver Axe again taking the B to A nerf. Its weight actually remained the same. Its might was drastically reduced. Hit was reduced. And so, like all silver weapons, it just kind of falls into that category where they were just trying to nerf silver weapons a little bit. And then probably looking at all this, they probably overcorrected. But what are you going to do? Still seems fine. Still seems fine. Tomahawk. A 1-2 range. Oh, this is another thrown weapon. Like that What was the one? Spear. That's the new one. 14, 13, 55. It's got more hit than the hand axe, I think. The hand axe. Yeah, it's got more hit than the hand axe. Not like good hit, not like good enough hit where I'd be wanting to abuse this, but it's significantly better than the hand axe, so I guess it's got that going for it. And here is the S rank. Okay, I'm ready to be impressed. I'm ready to be impressed. Range 1, weight 13. That's pretty lightweight when you consider like the silver axe is 12. Might of 18. Okay, now it's basically the old silver axe, but with more hit. Yeah, this is basically just old silver axe with more hit. Plus 5 defense. Alright, so that's fine. Defense is a decent stat. Pretty good. Makes you a little bulkier while you're holding it. Effective versus dragons and wyverns. Yeah, again, I like this. This S rank, like the other ones, really good. These S rank ones really impressing me. Hoping they keep it up. Great bow, master bow, poison arch, and broken bow removed. Not much for bows getting removed. I guess there wasn't that many bows to begin with, though. Iron bow, slight buff in weight, slight nerf in might. Very big buff in hit, though, so iron bow's actually accurate now. Seems pretty good. I'll take it. Buff, 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 buff. It's buffed across the board. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's a nerf. I can do math. 7 is less. 7 is greater than 6. So a very tiny nerf to might, but everything else was buffed so far across the board. This is a huge buff for the iron bow. Steel bow was buff, nerf, buff. Steel bow seems kind of bad, honestly. I don't think the 5 hit makes up for the loss of 1 might, although the 3 weight. The 3 weight loss, that's pretty nice too, actually. Seems okay. I would say the steel bow went from I'd be hesitant to use it to it's passable. You could get away with using it and feel okay with it. Longbow. Range from... Ooh, look at that. Range from 2 to 3. Okay. Weight was reduced. Might was... Holy shit. It has no might. It has no... Okay, so you get up to 3 range, but you can do absolutely no damage, and you will probably not even hit the target that you can barely do damage to anyways. I don't know if I like that. I like the idea of having 3 range, but this right here seems so bad that it doesn't even make up for the fact that it has an extra point of range, because you can barely scratch anybody with it, and that's if you can hit them. The added range just seems unnecessary. I don't know if I like that. I think they may have nerfed the longbow, even though they gave it the extra range. I think that's just too much. 5 might and that 10 hit. I think it's just too much. Short bow was increased a rank. Weight was reduced. Hit was increased, actually. Ooh, it even got 10 little crit there. Short bow got a huge buff, aside from the fact that you can't use it at E rank anymore. Short bow's a lot better. Yeah, I kind of like this one. This is good. Short bow seems pretty good. Poison. I don't even want to look at these poison weapons. They're also garbage now. Do I even bother? No, I'm done. I think it's garbage. Don't fucking... I mean, 65 hits a lot better than that other one, but the poison weapons just seem so bad. So, fine, I can't steal them, but I wasn't going to anyways. Killer bow. So, dropped a rank. Dropped some weight. Dropped some might. Got some hit, though. 80 hit. That's pretty decent. And it's got the crit, so... Yeah. Killer bow, pretty good. Killer bow's pretty good. I'd use it. Hero bow renamed Brave... Wait a minute. Are they the same sprite? Those are the same image, right? Or am I crazy? I might be crazy. They have the same image, though. I'm pretty sure those are the same image. Hero bow renamed Brave Bow. So retains its B rank, retains its range, increases its weight, decreases its power, decreases its hit, loses its crit, loses huge nerf to the hero bow. Absolutely ridiculously huge nerf. That's down. That's down. That's down. That's down. That's up, which you want down. Okay, Hero Bow got absolutely shit tossed here. This thing was smashed, not just with the nerf pad. This thing was like imprisoned in a dungeon and tortured to death with the nerf bat. Like, oh my god, this is so like. Let me be perfectly clear. The new stats are fine. It's still fairly accurate. 75 is okay. I like that 95 a lot better, but 75 is okay accuracy. 10 might and you're guaranteed 2 hits is pretty decent. But compared to what, like, using this new Brave Bow now compared to the Hero Bow from the last patch, it's going to feel really bad using it. It's just going to. It got just so fucking hammered. Still a decent weapon, but nothing compared to its former glory. Sucks to be the hero bow. Silver bow. Yeah, same treatment. So it's gonna get a little bit. Oh, I think actually got better. Usually, yeah, the ones were losing weight too. I think though, lost a lot of weight. Might reduced everything else. So yeah, the standard silver treatment. They just didn't. They were just trying to nerf silver weapons a little bit. Here we go, S rank. I'm excited. 2 range, 9 weight, 16 might. That's really good. 80 hit. I like it. I like it. Plus 5 speed. Holy shit. So very easy to double with this thing, especially 9 weight is a little below. It's pretty reasonable weight. Easy for a lot of people to use that, and the plus 5 speed will help compensate greatly. It's functionally in that regard. You can think of it as a 4 weight weapon. So yeah, everyone is going to be able to wield this without losing speed. In fact, that plus 5 speed, the ones who can use it without losing speed because of their build will. Damn, this is pretty good. Got to admit, this is pretty good. Kind of like that one. I'm loving these S rank weapons. They are fun to read. I wonder how many of them you get. They only have 20 uses, but if you can get multiple of these things, you can get like They have no cost though, so. Does that mean they're treasure? Like you have to find them only? I mean, if I can find multiple of these, that'd be huge. I want multiple of those. Iron Arch changed to Ballista. Holy shit. Okay, might was drastically reduced. Uses to 5. Archers and snipers only. Change the long. Okay, so there's these new ballistas here. They all have 3 to 10 range. They all weigh 20. The might varies a little bit. This long and the killer actually look pretty nice. The hits, they're fairly accurate actually. 70 is pretty good. 60 is okay. 65 is again okay. Crit of 10 on this one though is pretty nice. They all have 5 uses and they can only be used by archers and snipers. These seem. I mean, I like it. I like the long range is kind of nice. Like the 310 range, that alone is really good. And they're all E rank too. Actually, I just noticed that. So anybody can just pick this up and use it. I like this. This is pretty good. These are all pretty good. The 8 might's a little iffy on this one, but still 3 to 10 range makes up for that wimpy might. Anima. Oh, that's right. They had that anima pop up. This is what I'm confused. Okay, so here we finally get to explain anima. Fire, thunder, and wind magic have been combined into one new weapon type called anima. And now the world makes sense again. Okay, so there's just anima, which uses fire, thunder, and wind. Removed meteor, thorn, thunderstorm, dime thunder, Thor hammer, wind, tornado, blizzard. Holstead. So let me get this straight here. Intelligent systems. You combined fire, thunder, wind into the same type, and then you removed all of the spells. Makes sense. Fire still in the game. Weight reduced. Hit. Oh, look at that. Hit went up by a lot. Uses went up. Cost reduced. Fire seems pretty good. Thunder is now D rank. Well, weight is reduced, yeah. Hit was increased. Retains its crit. Okay, Thunder seems really good too. L Fire. Might reduce. That's a little unfortunate. Hit went up though. That's always good. L Fire seems okay. It's a lot weaker, but it seems okay. It should be fine. Graph Caliber renamed Air Caliber. Still effective versus flying. Weight was reduced. Might was reduced. Hit was reduced. Crit was reduced. I mean, I guess it's no longer a unique tome for Asvel. So I suppose the nerfs are to be expected because now anyone can use it. It is effective versus flying, and 85 is pretty solid accuracy. So I think it's good enough. I think there's nothing wrong with it. Added bolting. 3 to 10. Oh, so this is the new meteor. Gotcha. Weight 10, might 12, 70. Pretty accurate too. 5 uses. Yeah, I like it. I'll take it. Added Fimbulvetter. Added Fimbulvetter. I don't know how to pronounce Danish words. I don't know if it's Fimbulvetter or if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Added A rank, 1-2 range, weight 14. Holy shit, this is really heavy. 13 might, 80 hit. I mean, I guess it seems okay. It's really heavy though. Really heavy, especially like look at these. This one, I guess this one's 10, but this one's 2, this one's 4, this one's 2, this one's 1, this one's 14. Ooh, S rank. Oh, the S rank is 6. But the S rank one, 1-2 range, 14 might, 85 hit, 5 crit, plus 5 luck. I don't remember how luck worked. I thought they changed how luck worked in regards to crit. Or no, wait. I don't remember how all the changes happened up top already. I have to reread that at some point. But yeah, plus 5 luck, effective with dragon arms. Weight of 6 though. Very lightweight, very high power, very high hit, little bit of crit. This seems pretty good. Loving my S rank stuff. Light. Lightning. Weight reduced to 1, might reduced by 4. Crit reduced to 0. Yeah, lightning getting hit by the nerf stick there. Added divine. Rank C. Range 1 to 2. Weight 3. Might 8. 65 hit. 25. Yeah, I guess. It feels like an improvement, you know, extra might, a little bit less accuracy, a little bit extra weight. It looks like a slightly empowered lightning, I guess. Added purge. Rank A. 3 to 10. Okay, so another long range. It's like those ballistas and such. Weight of 8. Pretty lightweight. I guess the other one was 10, though. So this is fairly lightweight. Might of 10. Hit of 70. Yeah, I like this one. This seems okay. Seems like it'd be useful. Added Aureola. Rank A. Range 1 to 2. Weight of 9. Might 15. Hit 90. Crit of 5. Plus 5 res effective restraint. Is this supposed to be S rank, I wonder? This might supposed to be S rank. This looks like one of those S rank weapons, especially with the 90 hit, 15 might. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be S rank. But yeah, 5 res, that's fine. You know, it helps a little bit. Hits hard, fairly lightweight, hits reliably. A little bit of crit never hurt. This seems, again, these S rank ones really good. Removed poison, cool. Removed stone, as they kind of said they removed the status condition, so I guess that only makes sense. Thank you once again. I gotta say, fuck that condition. I hated stone. Rank D. Is this the first? This is the first level of dark magic. There is no E rank dark magic, apparently. There's just D. Holy shit, that's really heavy though compared to a lot of the other tomes that we've looked at. 8 might, 70 hit. It's a tome. That's what I'm gonna say about that. It's a tome. Resire changed to dark magic. Resire changed to dark magic and renamed Nosferatu. Okay, so yeah, restored HP. Okay, so that's where this disappeared to. I see. So now dark magic has the drains HP ability. Also, it was buffed, lost a rank, lost a lot of weight. Resire been on a bit of a diet. 2 might though, to be expected with the rank drop, I suppose. Extra hit though to help compensate a little bit. This seems really good. This what was the name? Nosferatu? Yeah. This seems really good. Resire / Nosferatu, I guess now. Really good. Pretty good overall. I like it. Hell renamed Eclipse. Range from 1-2 to 310. Weight from 20 to 9. Hit from 60 to 10. You can't. I don't think I even care what the rest of this says because 10 hit means nothing. Although it does reduce target's HP to 1 or 0. The fact that the bottom one here no longer specifies the or to 0 if at 1 leads me to believe that Hell can no longer be lethal, or that Eclipse is no longer lethal. Not that you'd ever... At 10 hit, this is garbage. I don't even care. This is trash. Don't use it. 10 hit. Like, who cares? You're never going to hit anything in the world with a 10 hit. It's dumb. Fenrir. Okay, so Fenrir is now 1-2. Hell is now the... Okay, so they basically swapped Fenrir and Hell's ranges. Gotcha. So Fenrir now is 1-2, 13 weight, 15 might though, 65 hit, 13 uses. I like the 13. It's kind of funny actually. It's really low, but I like the joke involved in that. That's kind of cool. Fenrir seems pretty good aside from its uses. Its weight's a little heavy, but it seems good. Here we go. My favorite little S rank stuff. Let's see what we got. 1-2 range, weight of 12, a little heavy. 18 might though, 80 hit, 5 little crit, and +5 magic. Holy shit, that's actually really insane because that means that's functionally a 30 or a 23 power tome. This is really good. I love these S rank ones. I'm gonna be digging all around the map for trying to find as many of these as I can. Or the maps is plural, but I gotta find... I want multiple of these. I want so many of these. These are so good. Weight on all staves removed. I'll take it. Removed Rewarp, removed Reserve, removed Thief, removed Kaya. Okay. Live, renamed to Heal. Uses went up. Heals HP for 10 plus magic. Seems fine. Added Tiana's staff. So 15 plus, okay. So it's a slightly better heal. Relive, renamed to Mend. 20 plus, okay, so 10, 15, 20. So heal, Tiana, and Mend are all just the standard heal, but Mend is 10 more than the base, and Tiana's is 5 more than the 10. Torch. Range 1. So it got extra uses. And then similar to the torch item, it got nerfed in its effectiveness. Still good, I guess, just not as good as it used to be. Still, they're trying to make. I think they're just trying to make Fog of War feel more oppressive than it used to. I think in the last couple patches, Fog of War was not as oppressive as they wanted it to be because you could gain too much vision. So they're trying to just reduce your vision to make the maps feel more oppressive. Unlock. Interesting change. So okay, so now it has a rank. It's no longer infinite range. One less use. Unlocks the door. Okay, it doesn't say or chest here. It doesn't follow with or chest, so I'm a little nervous. Does it only unlock doors now? Did someone forget to put or chest, or does it only unlock doors? There seems like a lot of nerfs overall. The last thing they need is another nerf that turns it into just a, you know, glorified thief. In terms of door, I guess, but wouldn't hit chest. I guess it's not unique anymore. Recover, still the same. Extra uses, though. Covers all HP, so recover still good, still does its usual thing. Rest renamed to restore. Extra uses. Removes all status condition. Stone doesn't exist, so they just took off the except stone. Repair renamed to Hammernin. Repair renamed to Hammernin. Less uses, a little unfortunate. No longer restricted to a single unit, though. Restores full durability to a weapon or staff. Yeah. Alright. So, repair, now Hammernin. Still pretty good. M-Up, renamed to Barrier. Uses increase substantially. Increases an ally's res by 7. Res by 7. Oh, that's right. They added the new stat. So res, which was magic defense. Increases ally's res by 7. This is actually ultimately a huge nerf, but not because of not because they were nerfing the staff itself, but because the staff was nerfed by the fact that res now exists. Because before, you could increase the magic stat, which was both magic damage and magic resistance. So now it just does the resistance. So this was like an indirect nerf that hit this staff simply by the default of them changing the way the magic stat worked. Still a nerf, but still good. I'm not gonna knock it. Yeah, I mean, it's still fine. It's just not as good as it used to be. Unfortunate. Reblow renamed to physics. Increased a rank. Range from infinite to 1 dash magic. Uses increased to 15. Heals equal to 10 plus. So it's same thing it used to be. It's long range heal, or live, or live, or whatever. It's a long range healing ability. That's what matters. Rescue. No longer infinite. Now has a limited range of 1 dash magic. Teleports Jason. Yeah, still works the same. Just now you can't grab anybody from anywhere. Now the statue has to be a lot closer, which big nerf to rescue. So they're trying to. I wonder if they're just trying to nerf staffs in general because they took the infinite range off that. So I think they're just nerfing staffs. They don't want staffs to be as powerful as they used to be. Silence also nerfed in range. Sleep nerfed in range. Berserk nerfed. Yeah, they're just nerfing staves. They don't want them to be as powerful as they used to be. Added Fortify. Rank A. Range 1 to magic. Uses 8. Heals HP equal to 10 plus magic to all allies within range. Okay, I'll take that. Pretty good. Warp. Range of 1. Range dash. Teleports an ally to any traversable tile within range. Why is range not under the range category? 1 dash magic divided by 2 plus 5. So, for example, if we had 10 magic, it'd be a range 1 to 10. Yeah, that's very limiting. That's a huge, 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 huge nerf to warp. Unfortunate. Oh, there's an S rank staff. Is it going to be just as powerful as the other ones? Rank S. Range infinite. Uses 3. Heals all HP to all allies except the user. And removes all status conditions except... Alright. I don't know why they have the except user part. At this point, with how powerful it is, you may as well just fucking include the user, because who cares? They're not going to be anywhere near the battle in order to use this. They can be 10 miles away. You know, someone gets a little boo-boo, and they can be like, don't worry, I got your back. Not that you should heal a little cut with this, but... Yeah, I don't know why it has the exception, but really good. I like it. I want more of these already. Oh, characters. Here we go. This is fucked up. Blurry as shit. Name, Roy. Class, Lord. Okay, so he's the new Lord. Con. This seems kind of fucked up here. Someone seems to have fucked up a little bit here. Okay, whatever. We'll roll with it. The big problem I have going through here is that without being able to see the enemies, I don't really know how to compare the stats. Like, 5 strength could be perfectly fine, and it could be pretty good. 7 speed could be insanely good, but I don't know what the enemy stats are looking like, so a lot of this is just speculation. I'm just going to say that right now. A lot of this is speculation because I have no idea how these stats are going to compare to the enemies. But this seems really well balanced, which is pretty standard for most lords. So if we use this as kind of a baseline for some of these units, then I guess that's what we can go with. So I guess this Roy seems perfectly well balanced. We got old man here, this grizzled old man. We got Marcus, paladin, 32 HP, 9 strength. Yeah, he doesn't look that much better than Roy. I mean, he's better than Roy by enough. Like okay, let me make this. There's a margin, like a very, very big margin between this Marcus and Roy, but his stats are not like substantially higher. They're just a little bit higher, enough where they're make a huge difference. But I don't know. It's really hard to judge based off these stats alone whether they're going to be good, bad, in the middle. Like for example, this is Alan. 2 more strength than Roy, 1 less speed. Does that make him better? No, it's 1 extra defense too. Does that make him better? Like, maybe. And he's 1 less speed, but he compensates for it with having more HP, more defense, more strength. Like, probably better. I mean, he's a cavalier, so he's got that going for him too. But it's really hard, like I said, to tell. Like even okay, these two are straight calves. Like he's got two less strength, he's got two more speed, the same defense, one less. So like these two, comparing these two, this Alan and this is Lance, even though he's holding a sword, quite clearly holding a sword. It's hard to say which is definitively better because the 8 speed is a lot better than 6 speed. And if you're doubling, 5 strength is more impressive than 7 because it's functionally 10 strength if you're doubling. So again, it's really hard to say which of these characters are definitively good or definitively bad. So we'll just kind of quickly go through all this stuff. Like this big guy here, we got Boars. Looks fine, I guess. Oh, we got the bald man. We got the middle-aged dad here. Merlin is class transporter. Oh, yeah, he's that special one they were talking about. So he's the guy who comes back to life every time you kill him. Ellen. This is Deke. These are all very blurry pictures. This is Wade. This is Lot. This is Shanna. Chadwick Boseman. May he rest in peace. Lou. We have a fucking like 8-year-old on our party, apparently. Why not? Clarine, who also looks like, well, okay, she doesn't look 8, but she looks like, I don't know, like, let's go with like 14 maybe. Rudger. All these pictures are so trash. Who did this? Saul. Well, better call Saul. He's a priest. Yeah, you definitely better call Saul. He'll heal you up. Dorothy? Archer. Yeah. Okay, is it just me or does this horse's face look fucked up? I had to stop because I had to figure out what the fuck I was looking at. This face looks wrong. Like, it looks disproportional. Does that make, like, is it just me? The horse's face looks fucked up. Sue, the Nomad. Oh, that's right. The new Arc Knight or Arch Knight or whatever. All the blurry pictures. Zealot. Trek. Yeah. Noah. Astrolfo. Astrolfo? Something like that. Another 6-year-old, Lena. Okay, in fairness, she doesn't look 6. She's more like 10. She looks 10. You could maybe argue for like 12, but she looks really young. Class mage again. What's with all the mages being like 10-year-olds? Like I get it in some regard. They're supposed to be like apprentices, and apprenticeships, especially back in the medieval age and the dark age and the Renaissance. When you started an apprenticeship, you started young. You started around 10 to 12, which again, she kind of looks 10 or 12, I guess. But like, why do all of the mages in Fire Emblem have to look like they just started their apprenticeship? Why can't we get like a journeyman mage? Someone who's in their mid-teens. Like, and I get it. Most of these characters look like they're probably, these are fucking terrible pictures, but most of these look like they're kind of in their mid-teens. Like Dorothy here. She looks like what, 16, right? 15, 16, in that ballpark. She looks like that age. This is Saul again, Better Call Saul. Again, probably like 16. He could probably even pass for 18, really. This guy, way too blurry to tell. She looks like she's like 14. There's the 8-year-old mage. This kid also looks like he's 8. Yeah, I'd say she looks really young. Probably 15 again or something like that. I don't know. That guy looks a little like maybe early 20s, honestly. This guy probably also in his early 20s. This guy mid 20s, maybe. It's hard to tell with how blurry it is. She looks like she's in maybe her 20s. She doesn't look all that young. Like, I mean, she's young for sure, but she's not like high school young. I would say she's probably like, yeah, probably 20-ish or something. Okay, that guy's obviously in middle aged. This guy looks probably in his early 20s again. This is a fucking child, but he can at least pass for being 16. This guy's probably around 16 or so again. Probably right around the 16 age again. Grizzled old man, he's older. Okay, this guy's definitely like 15 or whatever, but my point being, like, a lot of these people do look like they're, you know, high school age kids, because that's kind of what the game is targeting, obviously. I'm not saying that all the characters should be, middle age, 20 some, middle 20, whatever you call that, mid 20s, there we go. Actually, this guy looks a lot older than some. It's hard to tell again because he's blurry, but he looks like he might be in his 30s even. The point being, again, that I'm trying to make is that they don't have to have all the children, again, the game's targeted towards high school age kids, not towards 20-some-year-olds, So they wanted to keep the characters around that age. But if you're targeting high school demographics with your game, then why do you make the kids like, where's that other one? The other mage, this guy. Why do you make them look like this kid? This kid looks like he's 8 years old. Like, at least, like, this guy looks like he's in high school. Like, he would be in high school. She looks like she would be in high school. It's, again, really fucking terrible picture, but kind of looks like she'd be in high school based on the picture. Kind of looks like he'd be in high school. Kind of looks like he'd be in high school. This guy, much older than the rest of them. I'm not going to get into him. And then she, again, looks like she's like 10 to 12. So why do all the mages look like they've just entered their apprenticeship, but all the other characters who are supposed to be, I'm guessing she's supposed to be 16 in all honesty. If I had to guess, they're going to tell you that her age is 16. But my point being, why do they look like they're 8, like they're 10, like she does, when everyone else looks like they're 16? And it's like, oh, but they're apprentice mages. Like, yeah, make them a journeyman mage then, like where they're a little bit more adept than a novice. Oh shit! Talk about older. This guy looks like he's hitting his, early 30s. Looks like a boss. It's Barthay. Do you say the E? Barthay? Is it just Barth? Does the E matter? But yeah, this guy, fucking beefy. Okay, see another one. This is like the perfect like high school age kid. This Ogier. Very fucking terrible picture. Gwendolyn. Yeah, I would say probably looks in high school age though. Fear, high school. We got Sin here, high school. This is Geese. He looks a little older than high school. He looks like early 20s. Apparently we got the Incredible Hulk joining us. Jesus Christ, this guy's fucking massive. Gonzalez? Yeah, you're not Gonzalez. I'm sorry. You are the Incredible Hulk. This guy is a fucking monster. Look at this guy. He's huge. Absolutely ripped. Also looks like he's probably in his mid-20s. Maybe late 20s. But moving on. We have Klein. High school. We have Thea. Really hard to tell because it's a terrible picture. Let's go with high school and move on. We have Larum, class dancer. So they do have a dancer. I thought they said Bard did the dancer job. High school. Elfin, class Bard. Oh shit, you get multiple dancers. Oh shit. Oh, I am breaking this game. We have multiple dancers. High school also, but multiple dancers in high school. Echidna, class hero. Looks like a soccer mom. Like, okay, maybe not like soccer mom, but looks old enough to be a soccer mom. Doesn't look anything like a soccer mom. Just looks old enough to be a soccer mom. This guy's also pretty jacked. Bartray. He looks like he's in his mid-40s even. He looks a lot older than a lot of the rest of the cast. Another 10-year-old. This is Ray, the shaman. Go back to elementary school. This is Kath, the thief. Okay, you also look like you're 10. At least you're not a mage, though, right? Yeah, you're not a mage. So at least when you look like you're 10, it's, I don't have the excuse of going like, why do all the mages look like they're 10? Like, you're not a mage and you look like you're 10. Milady. I'm gonna go with like high school. It's hard to tell if the blurry, but it looks like it's high school. Percival. Yeah, that's mid-20s. Selkilia. Casselia. Casselia? I think it's Casselia. I don't know. Valkyrie. Yeah, that's like mid-20s. Oh shit, I think we got a mage here because you look like you're, well, I don't know. You could pass for high school. I'll give you that. We got Sabrina the teenage witch here. Sophia. Oh shit, I wasn't far off. She is a dark mage. So yeah, we have Sabrina the teenage witch, and definitely could pass for teenager rather than adolescent. Even though they mean the same thing. Ignore me. You know what I mean. Igrenny, Igrin, Igrenny, Igrin, something. Class snipper. And looks mid-20s. All right, not high, like not a child. I like. Jesus, this guy's fucking ripped again. Like we have all the guys. These guys are just buffer than shit. Garrett, Berserker. Oh, that's that new class. I really want to try that class. It sounds so fun. 30 crit. Swordmaster also with the 30 crit. So Swordmaster seems pretty good too. This guy's jacked. Speak of the devil in terms of tiny children, we have a toddler joining our team, and I'm not even kidding. Holy shit, she looks like she's 4. Maybe 5 if you're being generous. Faye, Manakite. Of course she's a Manakite. Bringing that old thing back. I mean, it's not even like an old trope. Like, yeah, Tiki was insanely young, at least in the first 2 games. She was young in both the games. But at least you also got like, what was his name? Was it pronounced Batu? Bantu? Bahantu? Whatever the hell the other guy was. He was the other Manakite. You got a couple other Manakites that actually looked like they had, seen some better days. They were older. They had some experience. They looked wise. This is a fucking 2-year-old child joining an army, which makes no sense. Okay. See, now this guy, Hugh. Way to go, Hugh. I hate you already. Do you want to know why I hate you, Hugh? Because you're disproving my point. I've been bitching and I've been complaining over the last God knows how long, but all the mages looking like they are in elementary school, and then here you come clearly in the senior year of your own high school, and you're a mage. So they disproved my point I was trying to make in the very game that I was trying. Screw you, intelligent systems, and screw you, Hugh, for disproving my all mages are apprentice level only. You and your I'm going to be a high school mage. Zeus, Wyvern Rider, also in high school. Oh shit, this guy's a fucking like. This guy looks like a lord. Douglas, class general. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this guy, general. Yeah, this guy's a boss. Dude, this guy just, even with that blurry ass face, that looks like he's in witness protection. This guy looks like he's the kind of guy you just don't fuck with. Like, he's gonna lay down the law and you're gonna listen to him. Mid-30s. It's a little blurry, but you look like you're in your 80s. Miss Nimi, who is a druid. You look really old. So, you know what? The army needs you. We have that other guy way up the top. What the hell was his name? Marcus. Marcus looked really old, and now we have another. Like, there we go. Now we've hit the whole spectrum of human life. Now we have Fee. What was your name? I guess it could be Faye, though, I think. So we have Faye representing all toddlers and infants from ages like 3 to 4, you know, from birth to the age of 4. We have that one mage I was talking about that started this whole debate I was on, this whole rant I was on, who covered ages 5 to like 10. Then there was another mage, she had blue hair, but she covers ages like 10 to 14. We'll say let's break it up. She covers ages like 8 to 12 there. That seems better. Then we got all the high school ages you could ever hope for. We had some in our early 20s, we had some in our mid 20s, some in our late 20s. We had the 30s from early to mid, maybe one or two late. We had that one axe guy kind of this guy too, actually. But this guy, there was that one axe guy way up here. Where'd he disappear to? Yeah, this guy. They're like in their 40s or so. And then we got that other guy. I named him already. I forgot it. But the one horse guy from below the main lord. And now we got this one. They're covering all the end of the spectrums from the 50 and above era. So we've got the entire human age spectrum covered now in this game. Speaking of, like, I would say probably late 20s, maybe early 30s, in that ballpark. Pretty close. Might be mid 20s to late 20s, but this is the Falco Knight. That is blurry as shit. I cannot even pretend to know what the hell you are. You look angry as hell, though, judging by those dark lines at the top of your face. Dayan, the Nomad Trooper. I'm going to go with you're probably also covering some level of the 30 to 40 range characters. We got another old man here. Yoder, Bishop, again. All right, you know what? I take it all back. Everything I was complaining about, I take it all back. Just because with the addition of this man here, Yoder, and as I was saying with that other one, this one, Nimi. Just as I was saying with that one, with her and the other guy way at the top, we had like I take it all back. Everything I was saying about like, oh, all the mages look like they're like children. Like, no, it's because this game did something no other game has done. It has spanned the entire timeline of a human life, and from birth all the way to just before death. There's a character for everyone in this game, regardless of what your age is. You can find someone who fits roughly that age category as yourself. Speaking of that, another older, like, this guy's not like old though. This is like he's in his 40s probably, maybe hitting his early 50s, maybe early 50s, but he's up there. This is Corel, Swordmaster. Okay, yeah. So like I said, this covers the. If you are a human being on this planet, you could play this game and you will find a character somewhere in here who is within your kind of appropriate age limit to relate to, hopefully. The problem is that personalities, I don't know. Personalities are going to be all over the place. They don't have. Can you imagine if they did that? There's like one personality, like every age group gets a character per personality trait so that everyone can relate to any character based on an age appropriate to their own. Anyway, yeah, that was Binding Blade. That was patch 6.0.0, the Binding Blade of Fire Emblem. I am getting excited to jump in and play it, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thanks everybody for tagging along and learning with me as we went through this new patch, and I guess we'll see you out there.